outcast. Never understood I could feel the downcast by the whole class as a kid, but I found that life is all about the.
Okay, we are 58 days out from the meet. Speed squat, max effort deadlift day. And again, if you can't tell from my voice, the freaking sickness has still not gone away. I have no clue why it is lingering this long, but at this point, at least I know I still can do pretty damn well with it. So we are gonna do our best to do pretty damn well with it. And we're gonna be running the chains again for speed squat. So I'm gonna get the shoes and sleeves on and get rolling with those. Update, 3 sets in. Early warm-ups definitely felt like balls, but we are progressively finding the sauce, which means the speed work is doing exactly what we need it to. Yeah, we're finding it. One more here. Double update. The worst part of this cold is not being able to breathe through my nose. It makes it so much harder to catch my breath. Other than being really out of breath, pretty happy with how that went. And the biggest thing I'm trying to focus on with the speed squats right now for me is, number one, obviously like having that hard rebound, putting sauce on the bar. But number two, because I'm getting so many unrack opportunities there back to back to back to back, it's helping me refine that pick. And when I am picking the squat, the biggest thing I'm thinking about is, number one, make sure the bar is cranked into my upper back, making sure my head's packed. And then once that pack and set is done, I'm trying to use my lower abs to pull my pelvis under to set the brace. And if I can nail that, then the unrack is perfect. And I'd say we were pretty damn close to nailed there. So I guess we're ripping off the knee sleeves and getting to pulling. And last week for the pulls, we did that 655 for 4, which was pretty darn okay. And obviously plan A for today is to do our best to beat that. But what I'm also telling myself and reminding myself is that I do feel a little bit flat. We have had a lot of big training sessions in a row. So if it is feeling off, I'm telling myself this now so I can have a better chance at making a smart choice. But we're gonna act like we're not gonna make a smart choice for the warm-ups to give us the best chance of being able to not make the smart decision, you know? Two plates feels like 2 plates. And after being disappointed in myself for last week's lockout, I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of squeezing my quads all the way to the top. So we'll make sure we keep remembering that so we can make 3 look like 3. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And what I forgot in that set is I probably should have put my belt on so we could have a lighter feel to make sure the tension's dialed, but 4 plates should be light enough with what I want to pull today, so we'll make sure we put it on for 4. And knowing that I am a little bit rotund right now, erring on the belt being loose than I usually run it, so I have room to get to the bar. I am very surprised at how good that's feeling. And like my sign that my deadlift wedge is on is that when I'm at 4 reds, it just feels like I have to wedge into the bar and it just kind of floats to the top. And it felt like it was kind of floating to the top there, so we're going straight to 5. And when I'm thinking about creating my deadlift wedge, what I'm trying to do is put tension into the bar like I'm going to do a stiff leg, and then off of that tension, I'm setting my lats and trying to leg curl myself into the quads to slam that bar off the ground. And when I get it right, it is freaking wonderful. Now, what I'm telling myself for this one is that if I want to pull what I want to pull today, we're gonna have to put some freaking sauce on it. So to help with that out, we are putting on some fun music. Because I am the only powerlifter on this side of the gym right now, I don't want to subject everyone back here to my shit being blasted, so we're going headphones and getting locked in. And I mean, not perfect, but good enough to go up. Watching tape back, definitely moved better than it felt. And at this point in my career, I've kind of learned to love when a warm-up does scare me a little bit, because it always forces me to focus harder and bring it better. So yeah, we're going up. Now the plan, as of now, We did this for 4 last week, so smack it for a single. And if we do smack it, we're going 705. If we don't smack it, we're done for the day. So we better freaking smack it. Put the real music on because Miana came back. So harder abs, harder wedge, smack it so we can do good today.
got meals, I've been Belgium, I got meals out in Atlanta, niggas know my flow like my crib. This shit full of brands, took up clothes, took up on the band. Look at
Gonna watch the tape back. Well, didn't feel great, but it moved better than it felt. So we're gonna load 705, hit some zone smelling salts, and have ourselves a little bit of fun. And the best we ever done here is a double at the very end of meet prep. So if I can do at least that on a day where we're feeling pretty flat at 8.5 weeks out, we're in a damn good spot.
One man wolf pack lived as an outcast. Never understood I could feel the doubt cast by the whole class as a kid, but I found that life was all about the bounce back. In a house cat, I'm a feral animal, set to like a mouse trap. Living through a movie on a fucking soundtrack. Blew up in the city and every city around that. Run the motherfucking rocket city where the kids. See, this one is for the kids and the kids.
Yeah, we're in a good spot for 8.5 weeks out. And if you want a shot at pulling PRs even on a day when things are not feeling the freshest, hit the link below, join the team, because it is not just programming. You're going to be able to get daily individualized coaching directly from me on every single thing that you are doing, so we can nail down your technique, give you the right accessories to build your technique and weak points, and most importantly, we're able to talk about the thought process that goes into training so you can make better decisions in the gym, which will lead to better progress. And because the team is so sick and I want to be able to help you, first week is absolutely free. So if you hit that link, you can sign up, get coaching for a week, and if you are stoked, stick around. If you're not, you can cancel, no risk to you. And watch the tape back there. Definitely more satisfied with lockout quality than last week, so I'm glad we got our shit together on that front. Didn't move super easy, but I mean, tripling 705 at 8.5 out, like, we're in a damn good spot. So all I got to do right now is make sure that we keep doing the work that is allowing it to work. And as long as we keep doing the work that's allowing it to work, like, we're going to be freaking on it. So we're going to crank on some stiff legs. And because that was a pretty big send, planning for stiffs is to keep red 4 reds, keep the reps pretty snappy, because we still got a big squat to take on Saturday, and I don't want to be too cooked for that. That's good enough for today. Well, good enough for set 1 today, because we are going to do a second there, which means plan here for set 2 is to have as minimal fall off as possible. That one might have been better, so I'm pretty okay with that. Continuing that theme, we're going to keep the sloppy rows pretty damn light as well. And if this feels good, we'll go 315 for set 2, but we got to make this feel good first. Yeah, we'll go 315. What that first set made me realize is that I probably don't need to load these as heavy as I have been, because with it being lighter, I can like drop it faster and still get that like big cache in the bottom. That's really what I'm doing it for. So we'll try to keep this up at 315. I'm okay with that. And what I'm thinking about when it comes to like gauging RPE is I'm not trying to stop when the row gets hard. I'm trying to stop when that bottom end catch gets hard. That's why I capped the set before the row got difficult, because I am doing it more for the catch than anything else. Anyways, time to waddle over to machine land now, because upper glutes are freaking blowing up, which I'm taking as a very good sign because normally when I deadlift, like it's hamstrings are blowing up and if glutes are blowing up on pulls, it means the glute work we're doing is working. So we will keep on working it. But before we crank more ass stuff, gotta give the cheeks a little bit of a break with the stupid unilateral leg press mabobber again. And what I don't like about this is Joel is on a frame behind me, so he's gonna see how terrible I am, which might motivate me to try harder. This thing sucks so much. And like the reason I'm doing this unilateral versus bilateral is when I run unilateral, I feel less bad about how little weight I have on the sled. So nothing really fancy going on here. We'll slap a little bit more on though. Slapped a plate on top of the quarter, which might be aggressive here, but I can't slack off on everything today. Yeah, definitely aggressive, but I'm okay with it. So much VMO. We'll run one more here. And as usual, goal for set 2 is to minimize the fall off from set 1. I wish I could count because I have no idea. I hate this thing so much. None of that bullshit's done. I'm excited for what's next because we're touching something we haven't touched for a little while. Because since we ran the GHRs on Saturday, that means we got room to run the Ask Good Morning today. And the reason I want to run this over the back raise is that the back raise is really easy for me to treat with my back, whereas this, I'm able to squeeze glutes all the way to the top. So I put weights in the wrong pin. That's why it feels so light. What an idiot. Been too long since I've used the sucker. But yeah, this thing makes it so easy to put work into that exact spot in the glutes that feels blown up when I deadlift. So we're gonna continue running this guy to make it more stronger. And yeah, they are freaking roasted right now. Holy. Like, it was difficult waddling back in front of the camera, but we will run second set here. And what I'm noticing that's kind of funny here is that it's not really a thing on upper body, but all the machines I want to use for lower body stuff are the stuff that no one is ever using. I think it is because all the machines that I really want to use that's going to grow my lifts are hard as shit. So it's nice to not have to wait for stuff. Because that absolutely sucks. Gonna take a moment here before I get out. I ain't gonna be able to walk great tomorrow. And on that note, I was kind of thinking that I wanted to leg curl today, but leg curls being easy are all being used. Nordic being freaking terrible is wide open, so we're going easy mode Nordics. Trying my best to keep it relatively strict, doing a poor job. And that's good enough for set one. And I am tempted to drop it down a little bit lower, make it a little bit harder on me, but I also got to recognize that this is the first week of adding more work back in for my lower body session, so I shouldn't go too crazy right off the hop. Plus, based on how hard that got, it probably would have gotten really shit if we dropped her down. So, okay call for today. We will get some good reps in at the bottom before this meet prep is over. And last but definitely not least, we are running some GTR sit-ups because strong lifts require strong abs. And we're getting a little bit adventurous today, grabbing a pair of 40s. Hopefully, I don't die. Borderline sketchy, but acceptable, so we'll keep her there for next one. Freaking glad the ab work is finally coming around. And it's only going to keep coming around if we keep cranking, so we shall crank. Yeah, I am pretty okay with that. But yeah, very okay with how this prep is shaping up. And like, I am feeling pretty fatigued right now. Thankfully, it is close to the end of the wave. Have one more big day left for Saturday's squats. So I'm thinking right now, I probably will keep tomorrow relatively chill to help me shake a little bit of fatigue off so we can still show it on Saturday. And then we're starting a new wave where we get to have a week where we wash some fatigue off. Very much looking forward to that and hoping that if we keep that chill enough, we'll finally get the little bit of sickness gone from me. Like, it is getting better, it's just not going away. And what's making me feel better about it not going away for me is like Miana's still feeling as shitty as she was 2 weeks ago too. So it's making me think like, okay, maybe I could have backed off of training and had it gone sooner, but the fact that Miana's still feeling nasty, like, I think it is just something that is lingering for a little bit. So we gotta just keep riding her out and we will be good to go. But man, oh man, am stoked with how the pulls are shaping up. And like, the reason they are shaping up as well as they are is entirely because of the accessory work that we've been doing since we got here. Like, cranking the shit out of glutes, cranking the shit out of low back, and just making all that stuff strong is making the deadlift stronger. And being this strong at 8.5 weeks out, like, I'm excited to see where we can go in the peak, because as we continue to ramp things up, like, it should only get better from here. And I'm excited to dig into the work. I'm excited to dig into probably feeling worse than this through the peak, but if we can handle that fatigue well, still do well when we taper back, it is going to be a damn fun meet day, and I am looking forward to it very much so at this point. And I think that's what I got for tonight, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Have a good night, and I will see you in the team.